I recently picked up this Dell Latitude 14 rugged 5414 laptop at a local flea market for only $50. Now, it is missing a few things, but let's see if we can get it running. So this Dell Rugged, or Toughbook as a lot of people call it, is a really neat laptop. I like the handle, and all these ports right here have dust covers to keep it out, with the only exception being the power cable. You also have this right here, which I believe is the connectors for a docking station, which I don't have, but I might look into getting one in the future. But one of the things you want to do if you're ever buying any used hardware, and like this one right here is missing a battery, is you want to test it. It did thankfully come with its power cable. So I was able to get it to go into BIOS, and that gave me an idea. It's got 8 gigs of DDR4, what processor it was, and if the computer boots into the BIOS, it's generally a good sign that it'll probably work. Again, no promises, always be careful, do visual inspections, because one of the things is where I bought this, there was a 7514, I believe, slightly newer laptop, because this one, with the manufacturing date, was 17, and that one was 19, so 2 years newer, but its screen didn't work and the trackpad was no bueno. So you always want to test it before you buy it, but this one, it's missing a solid state and the carriage to put the solid state in, and a battery, and we were able to find those on eBay. So it's funny, the battery was only 25 bucks, but the solid state carriage to just carry a normal 2.5-inch solid state was like 36 bucks. A little weird, but this is also a no-name battery, and this is what it looks like right here. And this is kind of one of the cool parts about this laptop is, in theory, it would have a hot swappable battery, because this port right here, if you look in there, it's completely empty until we slide that in, close it up, and there's our battery. And in effect, I mean, you could have a whole slew of these batteries, and I mean, that one costs 26 bucks. If you're having to operate remotely for a while without any power, this might be a good solution for that. But what is not necessarily my favorite solution is the fact that you can't just throw in a SSD into this port right here. You need a carriage, because it has a very special adapter in there. One that a normal 2.5-inch solid state drive does not have, but that this adapter right here does. So all we gotta do here, take this apart. I'm gonna use my LTT screwdriver. So now with this piece removed with the little screws, we just gotta put this solid state in, connect it. There we go, right here. Oh, it's got little nice little rubber bumpers, and then we just gotta put this top part. Okay, so now we've got our 120 gigabyte SSD ready, and we just need to basically pop it in like that. Satisfying click, and now, in theory, it'll still post, but now it should recognize a drive. So let's test that real quick. Also, something cool is the keyboard lights up green. I don't know if that's changeable, if that's a word or not, but it also has what appears to be a fingerprint scanner as well, and this little phone symbol, I don't know if it has an NFC scanner or something like that. Apparently there is an operating system already loaded on here, but we're not gonna be using Windows for this video. We're gonna be using my favorite distro, Linux, Zorin OS. This is probably the least painful distro to me, just seems to work very well. So after this gets done, we're gonna shut it down and install Zorin. I think it's delete. I just press all the keys when I'm trying to get into the BIOS. Okay, perfect. Kingston Traveler, that's my Zorin. To what felt like an eternity, we're finally here. Remove the installation media, press enter, and we are off to the races. I love my neighbors. Why are you booting into network? What is wrong with you, mate? Come on, I just want to finish the video. All right, we're logged into Dennis with the password of Dennis, and hey, we're in Zorin OS. We can say no thanks to the tour. Let's just try the camera. Let's see if it has the webcam. It does. It's got a nice privacy filter too. It does have the fingerprint scanner, which I don't exactly know how to configure, but for $50, I was able to get this laptop, and for about $50 more, I got the SSD Caddy, I got a battery, and you throw an extra $20 SSD, so $120 laptop. This is fully functional. The expandability on this laptop from the solid states to just more batteries, and even the docking station is something I'd be interested in looking into. And if you have any ideas or things you want to see done to this laptop, let us know down in the comments below. One of my favorite things to do is to restore stuff like this. Like, I just need a couple parts and now it's a fully functioning laptop. And what's crazy is these new refurbished on like Amazon are like $250, $300. So here we just saved $150 on this laptop, and it works just as well as those, if not better, because I know what I put into it. Anyway, thank you for tuning in to NodePlan, and we'll catch you on the next one.